Hello, Shacklet. Hello, Shacklet Sharks. This is Mr. Jacobs coming to you with a really fun, short science experiment. Now, if I can get this put up correctly, it should just be a video for you to watch. So you can watch the video, relax, you can and think about the answers that you would have. Okay, so let's get going. And by the way, I miss everybody, and I can't wait to see you again. When we do something in science, when we try to find out something, when we're trying to learn a new idea, the first thing we do is we go to a model called the scientific method. Okay, some of you older sharks, I'm sure you remember or heard of it, you probably even know what it is. But the first step in the scientific method is to make a hypothesis. Okay, so I'm going to hold up, since I'm on video and not with you right now, wherever you are, I can't share my screen. So I just wrote it down real quick. But here's your first vocabulary word, hypothesis. Okay, make your prediction. Okay, that means what do you think is going to happen? Okay, so what we're going to be thinking about today is, will it sink or will it float? Okay, so I'm going to spin my camera around to our materials. And you're doing a great job being patient. So I have to adjust. Okay, so if we're going to do sink or float, right, we've got to have something with water in it. So here's my container filled with water. And here is what we're going to be experimenting with. I have 3 soda pops. Okay, it has Mountain Dew, Yum, Pepsi, and Diet Coke. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to place them in the container and we're going to see if it sinks or floats. But before we do that, you have to make your hypothesis. Okay, you have to make your hypothesis. What do you think is going to happen? Okay, so what I want you to do is just think about it. You can yell it out loud. You can just think about it. You can't open a chat, I don't think, since we're on video, but sink or float, okay? When I first did this, not trying to tell you how to think or influence you, but when I first did this, I immediately went to sink. Aluminum can, 12 ounces of fluid, all 3 cans are the same shape. They have the same amount of liquid, and it doesn't feel very light to me, okay? It feels like to me that it would float or sink, excuse me. So here we go. Doing a great job. We're going to go with Dr. Pepper, or excuse me, Mountain Dew. My daughter loves Dr. Pepper, so that's why I said that, because she has some in here, but this is Mountain Dew. Okay, let's try it. Move the other can so you can see. And I hope this is clear, that you can see it's under the water, sitting on the bottom. So it sank. There I go again. Mountain Dew sank. Let's try Pepsi. And again, the Pepsi, it sank. And we're going to try this one and watch it go to the bottom too. Okay, can you see what happened? It looked like it was going to sink, but it didn't. Okay, so it's floating. So we had 2 that sunk and 1 that's floating. Okay, so that was how you test your hypothesis. Okay, after you have tested your hypothesis, sometimes you just are left with questions. How come 2 in the same size can, the same type, maybe a different brand, a different taste, but they're all soda? Okay, 2 sank, 1 didn't. So then we would look a little deeper. Excuse me. Knew that would happen. Okay, so I'm going to turn back to my area here, and I'm going to show you what I learned, because I got to looking. Let me get the experiment stuff out here. Diet, Pepsi, and Mountain Dew. And this is what I found out. Anytime you buy something to eat or drink, okay, they have to put the ingredients on it so you can see what you're eating and you can see what you're drinking. And when I looked at the ingredients, and I was going to ask you too, you could go ahead and you might already have some guesses, some hypothesis why. And I did find out that two of them, the ones that went to the bottom, have something that the other one doesn't. Think about it. Can you think of what it is? You're probably thinking calories, because this is 0 calories. But also see on the can it says no what? No sugar. Okay, it has no calories. I don't know how much calories weigh on stuff, but I do know that sugar weighs something because we've used sugar in our classroom before. Okay, when I got to looking at the can, Pepsi has 41 grams of sugar. Okay, 41 grams. A lot of people don't even really know what a gram is, but a gram is a unit of measure, okay? And it's sort of a small unit, but if you have 41 of them, okay, it adds up. And a lot of people don't know what a gram is because we use a different system for most of our measurements, and a gram is not really on it. It's trying to make its way into the metric system, but it's not there yet. You might have something like this in your kitchen, or your parents, or granny, auntie, whoever, and they're measuring. So for cooking and stuff. And I got the ones that we had, and the first spoon is 1 tablespoon. And the next one is 1 teaspoon. And then a half a teaspoon. And then it goes down and down. It never says gram anywhere. Okay. So I don't know if you know what a gram of sugar looks like, let alone 41 of them. So let's find out. Okay, and I'm going to try to wrap this up because when I make real long videos, for some reason for me, it's really hard to post them and I have to get help. Okay, you've seen these? Sugar packet. You get it, put it in your coffee, McDonald's, Starbucks, whatever. Okay, this sugar packet here, 1 sugar packet from McDonald's or this one here, or they're 3.5 grams of sugar each. Okay, so if we're counting, I'm going to put them on this black space here so it shows up better, hopefully. Okay, so how many do you think 41 grams is? How many packs? 1? Well, it's more than 1 because that's only 3.5, and we're going to what? 41. 2. Going the wrong way. Thank you for your patience. You're awesome. How about 3? How about 4? How about 5? How about 6? Still not there. How about 7? 8? 9? 10? Think that gets it? For my math people out there, 3.5 times 10 is what? Is 35. 35 is less than 41. So 11. And it actually comes out on the calculator to 11.7 grams of sugar. So you might as well throw 1 in to make that 12. So all these packs of sugar are in this drink. Okay, and it makes it heavier than this can, and they're in the same shape. So this one sinks. And by the way, if you pick the Mountain Dew 46, go ahead and throw 1, 2 more on there. Then you've got that. So it's a lot of sugar. and just one drink. Might make us think twice about, hey, why don't we, this is Miss Dow's part, and maybe we could choose something else. I don't know, some water. Okay, so I hope you learned a little bit about the hypothesis and then doing a test. And before we go, I want to tell you, just because something's heavy doesn't mean it cannot float. Okay, think about all the heavy things you've seen that can float. Think about our Ohio River, the big barges and towboats go up and down. They float. Out on the ocean, the big boats float, and they are very, very heavy. It's because there's some other different science at work that tells us what can float and what can sink. Okay, and so next time when I put an experiment up, we're going to talk a little bit about that and what really determines if something sinks or floats. But I just always like this experiment because I never realized how much sugar is in a 12-ounce can of soda. Could you imagine how much is in a Polar Pop, Mountain Dew, something like that? So I just wanted to make you aware of that and do a fun little experiment. And I do miss you all. Hope you have a great day, whatever day you're watching this. I'm going to hopefully get some help from Ms. Dow, and hopefully you'll get to see this soon. Take care, everybody. I'll see you soon.